Hi, okay, here we go. Today is Wednesday, September 26th. I've been trying to start this journal entry for about half an hour. It's 6 o'clock at night. It's the witching hour in my house, and so I'm home from a day's work. I've picked up Colton, my son, who's 3.5, from daycare. We've raced home. We're doing the dinner thing. I'm trying to do school. We're trying to do all of those transitions that come along with moving a toddler through the routine of the day, and I'm like, I gotta do this journal entry because yesterday was the full moon and I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, and I don't want to lose what's going on because I'm trying to do these journal entries probably like every 2 weeks. Okay, I'm here. Ground myself with a couple deep breaths. Maybe just 2 for your guys' sake. You can breathe with me if you want. Here I am. My first journal entry was 2 weeks ago at the new moon, and so I've decided to try and use the lunar cycle to guide me through just kind of how often I'm doing these entries. So I'm going to try and do them, one on the new moon, one on the full moon, and just check in with how I'm feeling around that time of the month and what's going on for me. So this is my office. This is basically where I live right now. I'm hiding in here most of the time before work, after work, evenings and weekends. So I have like a bit of a meditation yoga sort of area set up here. I don't know if you can see. And then that's my desk, and I have a futon. Sometimes I just fall asleep, and then a mirror. It's helpful for yoga. Hi. And I try to have a similar kind of work environment at my office at the Ministry for Children and Families as well. Try to set up like a bit of a space where I feel comfortable. I have a salt lamp going on, some doTERRA, of course, the trusty doTERRA, because it helps me focus. So I'm working on my thesis for a Master of Arts in Leadership at Royal Roads, and I'm taking these journal entries every 2 weeks to just kind of help me reflect on what's going on. I submitted my proposal to the university about a week and a half ago, so that is a huge thesis milestone and a huge thing off my plate, and now I'm in limbo. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for my thesis supervisor, Dr. Elizabeth Hartney, to review my proposal and let me know what I need to change. And I also have a second committee member, an Indigenous woman actually, who I've never met, and I haven't even spoken to her. Her name is Gwen Gossick, and she has a PhD. I'm not sure in what, but she was appointed by Royal Roads to be my second thesis committee member, and they are going to scrutinize my work and tell me what I need to do different. So that's pretty cool. I've met Elizabeth a couple of times. She invited me out to Sayout First Nation on the Saanich Peninsula back in June for a community engagement event, and I was fortunate enough to meet with Elder Edie Pelkey, who's a residential school survivor herself and just a very eloquent speaker and very wise in her cultural knowledge and in her ways, and she taught us a lot of lessons in the meeting, and it was lovely, and I can't wait to meet with her again. I'm hoping that Sayout First Nation will be one of the stakeholder communities for our research project that we're hoping to get approval on, and that's what I've put together as part of the proposal, hoping to work with Sayout and Cowichan. And I've actually heard that I'm saying it wrong, and it's actually Sawoot. Sawoot. You can Google it online, and it gives you the pronunciation of the traditional territories in Hulkaminam, but I've always said Sayout, and I feel like everybody on the South Island says Sayout, and so I need to figure that out, but apparently it's Sawoot. Anyways, and I also learned that they have a different language over on the Saanich Peninsula in comparison to here in the Cowichan Valley and the remaining kind of Coast Salish territory. It's Hulkaminam in our community, but over on the Saanich Peninsula it's Senchothan, and it's a little bit different, so that was learning for me too. So here I am on this like academic journey and this motherhood journey and this journey of a child protection social worker, which is its own thing, and I can't talk a lot about that here because I don't want to breach anybody's confidentiality, and I do have to be careful about what I put out there when I'm talking about the BC Public Service and my experience as a government employee. So I'm really not delving into that too much in these journal entries because I do want to be able to share some of the stuff on social media and through YouTube and through the university. So I'm going to talk more about my experiences as a student more than anything. and my own emotional journey, because if anyone out there has been a student, which most of us have at some point in our life, it's pretty stressful. Like, it's pretty intense, juggling the expectations and the stress. And here comes my child. I hear the footsteps coming. Mama! Well, I made it for 5 minutes, and so that's really good. I think that's a good entry for today, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.